Hi, welcome to the channel English Professionally, and this video is English grammar level beginner, elementary and pre-intermediate. Do you want to speak English really well? Do you want to speak English without mistakes? So I think yes. So this course is for you. You need all this grammar to have a strong pre-intermediate level when you are sure about everything, all grammar parts. Thanks for your support. Thanks for your support, or I can say thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for your support. I really hope you like this lesson. Yeah, good. Okay, so the first thing, personal pronouns. Personal pronouns. What is it? It's I. I is a personal pronoun. For example, you can say I study English or I learn English. We. It's a personal pronoun. We work. You. You understand. They. They know it. He. He goes to school. She. She goes to work. It works well. So personal pronouns: I, we, you, they, he, she, it. Okay? So let's revise everything. I study English or I learn English. We work. You understand. They know it. He goes to school. She goes to work. It works well. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, let's revise everything. Okay, sorry for my typing skills. Yeah, sorry for my typing skills. Sorry for my typing skills, or for my bad typing skills. Yeah, sorry. Oh yeah, sorry for my bad typing skills. Yeah, really, I'm really sorry. Oh, okay, sorry for my bad typing skills. Okay, next. So present simple statement. So statement, let's talk about it. Present simple statement, or we call it affirmative sentences. Okay, so for example, I work, we work, you work, they work. Okay, you can repeat. I work, we work, you work, they work. So we say I, we, you, they plus verb. For example, work. Okay, next. He works. She works. It works. If you have he, she, it, you put verb plus s. So we say works. Yeah? Please don't forget about it. Don't forget about s. Don't forget about s. Okay? So if you have he, she, it, you put a verb plus s. So he works, she works, it works. Okay, examples. For example, so I read. I read. Okay, so you see a subject. So you see a subject plus verb. A subject plus verb. So I is a subject and read is a verb. We write. So we is a subject and write is a verb. Yeah? Good. You listen. So you is a subject and listen is a verb. Next. So they go. You see, they is a subject and go is a verb. Yeah? So if you have he, she, it, please remember it. Please don't forget about is. Remember it. Okay? So remember it. Remember it. We add s. Look. He travels. He travels. Yeah, we add s. He travels. Next. She understands. She understands. It looks interesting. It looks interesting. Yeah, it looks interesting. We add s. Okay, and we have a test for you. We have a test for you. So, she live or she lives there. She live or she lives there. So we say she lives because it's he. Oh, sorry, because it's she. He, she, it. If you have he, she, it, we add s. So she lives there. Okay, she lives there. Okay, so it's easier. It's easier. Next, my brother work or works. My brother work or works. So, and why? So you look at my brother. So it's what? He, she, it, they. My brother is he. My brother is he. And you know, if you have he, she, it, you add s. So my brother works. My brother works. Please remember it. So my brother works. Okay, so present simple, statement, or affirmative sentences. So we say I, we, you, they plus verb. For example, I work, you work, they work. He, she, it plus verb plus s. He works, she works, it works. Don't forget about s. Remember it. For example, I read, subject plus verb. We write, you listen, they go, but he travels. She understands, it looks interesting. She lives there. My brother works. Okay? So let's talk about present simple and time markers. Time markers. So we often use present simple with these words. Yeah? So we often use this tense present simple with these words. Okay, so you can see it. So you can see it. Always. I always help my parents. Often. I often listen to music. Yeah, we say listen to. Don't forget about to. I usually get up late. Sometimes. So you can put sometimes in the middle. So it's in the middle. You see, in the middle. Look, I sometimes do it. You can put sometimes in the beginning. Sometimes I do it. Or you can put sometimes in the end. I do it sometimes. And never. I never go there. Okay, and phrases with every. Phrases with every day. Yeah, so I do it every day, every week. So I go there every week. Every month I visit that place every month. Every year I go to Italy every year. Okay, next. So about myself, yeah? So it's a topic about myself. I live in Spain. I live in Madrid. I work. I often go to the cinema. Please remember, we say go to the cinema. I sometimes play computer games. I always help my friends. And my friends always help me. I have different hobbies. I like English. I study English every day. Let's say it a bit faster. Let's say it a bit faster. Okay? So, I live in Spain. I live in Madrid. I work. I often go to the cinema. I sometimes play computer games. I always help my friends and my friends always help me. I have different hobbies. I like English. I study English every day. Okay? Next, let's talk about like. I like. We say like something, or I like something. For example, I like this book. I like English. I like dancing. I like swimming. So if you really like something, and you need to use a verb, and you need to use a verb, so you say like doing something, I like doing something. Okay? So you see like plus verb plus ing. Yeah? Like plus verb plus ing. For example, I like playing football. So like plus verb play plus ing. I like playing football. I like spending time with my friends. Like plus verb plus ing. I like spending time with my friends. I like this movie. For example, I can say I like. Yeah? Or it's a test for you. I like Lauren, or I like Lauren. I like Lauren, or I like learning English. I like learn or I like learning English. So if you really like something, you say I like learning English. I like learning English. So it's correct. I like learning English. Okay? Okay? Very good. So you can also meet I like to learn English. So I like to learn English. So it's also possible. So you can say I like to learn or I like learning. So like doing something or like to do. Yeah, but I like learn, it isn't right. It isn't correct. But if you really like something, so we say like doing. I like learning English. Yeah, but if you say I like to learn, it's also correct. It's also possible. Okay, good. Let's talk about our hobbies. Okay, so hobbies. One hobby, but many hobbies. I like English. I like learning English. I like learning foreign languages. I like reading English books. I like chess. I like football. I like badminton. I like traveling. Next, I want. We say want something or I want something. Look, I want it. I want this dress. I want this suit. I want this car. I want this house. But we say want to do something, want to do something. For example, I want to do something, want to do. So you see, we say want plus to plus verb. Want plus to plus verb. Please remember it. Look, I want to buy it. I want to do it. I want to study English with you every day. A good idea. Yeah, want something but want to do something. Okay? So, I have a test for you. So, I want to go or I want go there. I want to go there or I want go there. So we say want to do something, want plus to plus verb, so we use to. And we say I want to go there, I want to go there. Okay, next. I would like, so it's a full form, and we often use a short form, I'd like. It's a short form. We say I'd like something. Please remember it. I'd like something. For example, I'd like a cup of tea. I'd like a glass of juice. But we say I'd like to do. I'd like to do something. We say I'd like to do something. So I'd like, you see, I'd like to do it. So we use a verb, we use to before a verb. We use to, so we use, let's write it. So we use, okay, so we use to, we use to before a verb. We use to before a verb. So you see, I'd like, yeah, I'd like to do it. I'd like to do it. I'd like to order it. I'd like to tell you one very important thing. Yeah, study English regularly and success will come. Study English regularly and success will come. So we say, I'd like something, but I'd like to do something. Okay, so I have a test for you. So I'd like to buy it, or I'd like buy it. So how will you say I'd like to buy it or I'd like buy it? So we say I'd like to do something, so I'd like buy it. You know, it isn't correct, it isn't right. And we say I'd like to buy it. I'd like to buy it. Okay, very good. Yeah. Well, so let's talk about present simple negative form. Negative form. Okay. So we use, look, we use don't or doesn't. So we use don't with I, we, you, they. Listen, I don't work. We don't work. You don't work, they don't work, and we use doesn't with he, she, it. So he doesn't work. She doesn't work. It doesn't work. Okay, so more examples. I don't do it every day. So we have don't because of I. I don't do it every day. Okay. I don't go to school. I work. I don't know Chinese. I know English. I don't see it well. I don't drive a car. I use public transport. Or I don't use public transport. I drive a car. So we use don't or doesn't. We use don't with I, we, you, they, and doesn't with he, she, it. Okay, what about questions? So present simple question. So we put do or does in the beginning. We put do or does in the beginning. Yeah, in the beginning. We put do or does in the beginning. In the beginning, if there is a verb. If there is a verb. So work, yeah, there is a verb, it's work. So you see, and we put do or does. You see that we use do with I, we, you, they. So you can listen to it, or you can, yeah. So do I work? Do we work? Do you work? Do they work? Good. And we use he, she, it with does. So does he work? Does she work? Does it work? Okay, so let's look at some examples. Let's look. We say look at, please remember it. Let's look at some examples. So please listen. Do you understand me? So we have you and use do. We say, do you? Do you know it? So we use do because of you. Do you know it? Do you live in America? Do you live in America? Next, does she work there? So we use she because of does. Does she, does he, does it? Does she work there? Yes or no? For example, does or do, it's a test for you, help you. Help you. Okay? So, does it help you or do it help you? We know that if we have it, we use does. So, does it help you? Does it help you? Next. So, does or do your lessons help? Okay? So, you see it. You see it. So, and you need to choose. So, do your lessons help or does your lessons help? So, you look at your lessons. So, what is it? He, she, it, they. So, your lessons, it's they. Yeah, they. And we put do with they. So, do they or do your lessons help? Do your lessons help? Okay? Okay. What about special question, or what about special questions? How do we ask them? So it's easy. So first you put a question word, then do or does, plus verb. Yeah? So please remember it. So question word plus do or does plus verb. So where do you live? Where do you live? So where is a question word. So we have do because of you, do you, and a verb, live. Where do you live? But where does she live? Where does she live? So where is a question word. So you see, does, we have does because of she. So where does she live? Where does she live? Okay, next. So where do you work? Where is a question word. We have do because of you, do you, where do you work, but where does he work? So we have a question word, it's where, and then does because of he. So good, very good. What do you know? So what is a question word, and then we have do because of you. Okay, so next. Why do you learn English? Why do you learn English? So why is a question word, then do because of you. Why do you learn English? How do you learn this language? How is the question word, and then we have do because of you. How do you learn this language? With the help of this channel. With the help of this channel. Good. So let's look at some common questions. Common questions we often ask them. Okay? So where do you live? I live in New York. Do you work? No, I study. Where do you study? Yeah, we ask do you. Where do you study? At university. Do you study at school or at university? As for me, I study at university and I work at the same time. Really? Yeah, that's true. Yeah? Or yes, yeah, that's true. How do you study? How do you study English? How do you study English? I watch different videos on YouTube. I watch different videos on YouTube. So, it's an English conversation. Good. Okay, so let's look at revision. So, present simple with a verb revision. Okay? So, I have some exercise for you. Okay? So, I have some exercise for you. Okay? So, you have this phrase, so work hard. Then you have this phrase, was work hard, I. Then you have this phrase, listen to pop music, she. And then you have this phrase, so sound interesting, it. Okay? And you need to say it in a statement, in a negative sentence, and you need to ask a question. Look, work hard, I. So I work hard. So you know that we say subject plus verb. I work hard. Next, so how to make a negative form, don't or doesn't. So you see, we say I don't work hard. So we use don't or doesn't plus verb. And let's ask a question. Let's ask a question. So do or does. We say do I work hard? Do I work hard? Okay, next. Listen to pop music, she. So we say she, subject plus verb, yeah? If it's I, we, you, they. If it's he, she, it, we add s. So she listens, yeah? She listens to pop music. Don't forget about s. She listens to pop music. So negative form, don't or doesn't. He, she, it, doesn't. So she doesn't listen. She doesn't listen to pop music. And you want to ask a question. So do or does. She. So does she. Does she. Okay. So does she listen? Does she listen to pop music? And this phrase sounds interesting, it. Okay. Or sound interesting, it. So it. So we use subject plus verb, and if it's he, she, it, subject plus verb plus s. So it's it, and we need to use s to add s. So it sounds interesting. It sounds interesting. Okay, what about a negative form? Don't or doesn't. So we know he, she, it. It's doesn't. It's doesn't. Okay. So it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't sound interesting. It doesn't sound interesting. And if we want to ask a question, so we put do or does in the beginning. So do or does. We use does with he, she, it. So does it sound interesting? Does it sound interesting? Okay? So, present simple with a verb, revision. So, you see, I work hard. I don't work hard. Do I work hard? She listens to pop music. She doesn't listen to pop music. Does she listen to pop music? It sounds interesting. It doesn't sound interesting. Does it sound interesting? Okay, very good. let's talk about the verb to be in present simple. So when do we need the verb to be? Who knows? So, rule. If we don't have a verb in a sentence in present simple, we need to use the form of the verb to be. So if you don't have a verb, in a sentence, in present simple, you need to use the form of to be, or the form of the verb to be. So it's am, is, or are. Look, I am at work. Do you see a verb? No, you don't see it, so you use am, is, or are. Please remember that we use am with I am, is with he, she, it, he is, she is, it is, and are with we, you, they are. Look at these examples, okay? So I am at work, or you can also use a short form I'm at work. He is at work, or he's at work. She is at work, or she's at work. It is at work, or it's at work. We are at work, or we're at work. You are at work, or you're at work. They are at work, or they are at work. Okay? So, look at some examples. It is interesting, or it's interesting. So we put to be because we don't have a verb. It is interesting, or it's interesting. I am happy, or I'm happy. Good. So we are at home, or we're at home, or we are at home. Good. Next. So what is next? Okay, so what is next? So you see. You are very hardworking. Okay? You are very hardworking. Or we say, you are. It's a full form, and it's a short form. You are very hardworking. You are very hardworking. Next, this material is very useful. So this material means it, and we say it is. So this material is very useful. This material is very useful. Okay, we'll look at more examples with to be, but first we need to look at a short test. So he, am, is, or are in the park. Okay? So we say he, she, it is. So he is in the park. He is in the park. Okay? Next, look, my friends, am, is, or are there. My friends. So what is it? He, she, it, they. My friends, they, and we say they are. So my friends are there. Okay, more examples with to be. Yeah, more examples with to be. My name is Alex. I'm from Canada. So why do I have is? Because my name means it. So my name means it. My name means it. Okay? So my name means it. We say it is. So my name is Alex. I'm from Canada. I'm 29. I'm an English teacher. I'm at home now. I'm at home now. Next, his name is Tom. So why do we have is? Why do we use is? Because his name means it. We say it is. So his name is Tom. He is from Canada. He's from Canada too. He's 18. Yeah, you can say he's from Canada too. He's 18. 18. He is a student. He is at university now. The verb to be in present simple, so a negative form, okay? So we say I am not, or I'm not. We are not, or we aren't, You are not, or you aren't. So you are not at home, you aren't at home. They are not at home, they aren't at home. He, she, it is not, so he is not at home, or he isn't at home. She is not at home, or she isn't at home. It is not at home, or it isn't at home. So you don't have a verb in present simple, so you use the form of the verb to be. So am, is or are, or am not, are not, or is not in negative sentences, okay? So let's look at this text, okay? Let's look at this text. He isn't at home now. Or let's look at these examples. He is at work. I'm not a businessman. I'm a doctor. Yeah, at these examples. Let's look at these examples. Okay, so we aren't in the park. We are in the forest. We aren't in the park. We are in the forest. Good. So the verb to be in present simple in questions. So we put am, are or is in the beginning. So we ask am I? For example, am I in the right place? We ask are we, are you, are they, are we in the right place? Are you in the right place? Are they in the right place? And we ask is he, is she, is it? Is he in the right place? Is she in the right place? Is it in the right place? Is it in the right place? Okay, more examples. Are you happy? So we use are because of you, yeah? Are we, are you, are they? Are you happy? Are you at work? Is she at home? Is it a good idea? Is it a good idea? Next. So, to be in a special question or to be in special questions. So, how do we ask it? It's easier. Question word plus am, is or are. Am, is or are. So you see, where is it? Where is a question word. Where is it? And we use is because of it. Yeah, so it is, but is it in questions? Where is it? Where are they? So where is a question word. Are they? So we say they are in a statement and are they in questions. What is it? What is it? How is he? How is he? Yeah, how is a question word. We say he is, but is he in questions. How are you? How are you? Yeah. So how is a question word? You see that we say you are. So, but are you in questions? How are you? Fine, thanks. And you? I'm fine too. How is your mother? So why do we use is? Because your mother means she. We say, how is she? Or how is your mother? How is your father? Why do we use is? Because your father means he. How is he? How's your father? How are your parents? How are your parents? So it means they. How are they? Or how are your parents? Okay? Good. We need revision. So present simple to be revision. Okay? Let's do some exercises. Okay? So let's do some exercise. You see, so you need to form three sentences. So a statement, a negative form, and a question. Look, it, interesting, it. So it interesting, right or not? Not. You need the form of to be. You know that if we don't have a verb in present simple, you need the form of to be. So if it's he, she, it, we say what? Is, right. It is interesting. So let's make a negative form. So we say it is not interesting, or we can say it isn't. It's a short form. Oh, it isn't interesting. And let's ask a question. So we put is in the beginning. Is it interesting? Is it interesting? Good. At home, they. So they at home, right or not? Not. We need the form of to be. So am, is, or are. We say they are. So they are at home. So what about a negative form? They are not. Or we can use a short form. They aren't. They aren't at home. And if we want to ask a question, we say are. Are they at home? Okay? So a good student, he. So he a good student, right or not? Not. Why? We don't have a verb, so we need to use the form of to be. So what is it? Am, is, or are. So a good student. So what is it? He, she, it, they. So it's he, and we say he is. Yeah. He is a good student. He isn't. He isn't a good student. And is he a good student? Okay. So present simple to be revision. It is interesting. It is not interesting, or it isn't interesting. Is it interesting? They are at home. They are not at home, or they aren't at home. Are they at home? He is a good student. He isn't a good student. Is he a good student? Well, my day. I usually get up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Then I have breakfast. I go to work. I start working at 9 o'clock. Yeah, we say start doing something, please remember it. Start working. I start working at 9 o'clock. I work from 9 to 6. After that, I go home. I come back home at 7 o'clock in the evening. I often go for a walk in the evenings. Yeah, we say go for a walk. I often go for a walk in the evenings. I usually go to bed at midnight. Okay, next. My friend's day. I want to tell you about my friend's day. His name is Alex. He usually gets up very late. He doesn't go to university. He works. He starts working at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and he finishes working at 10 o'clock in the evening. You see that he finishes his work very late and he comes back home very late too. Okay? Good. And he comes back home very late too. Anyway, he works there. He likes getting up early. Yeah? He likes getting up early. Good. Yeah, we say I want to tell. Yeah, we don't forget about to. I want to tell, and we say he likes getting up. So we put ing. He likes getting up early. Next, what about future simple? Let's talk about it. So we form it this way: will plus verb. Will plus verb. So look. I will do it, he will do it, they will do it, he will do it, she will do it, it will do it. So will plus verb. Examples, more examples. So I will go there, it's a full form, and you can use a short form. So it's I'll go there, I'll go there. We will call them, or we'll call them. You will learn English, or you'll learn English. They will come soon, or they'll come soon. He will understand it, or he'll understand it. She will sing this song, or she'll sing this song. Good. It will happen, or it'll happen. So I hope you'll remember it. I hope you'll remember it. Next, so future simple time markers. So it's tomorrow, and different phrases with next. For example, next week, next month, next year, and the day after tomorrow. Okay, so look, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll decide it tomorrow. I will earn $100 next week. I will go to Mexico next month. I will finish school next year. So you see, the day after tomorrow, I'll go to the party the day after tomorrow. And we often say soon, and later. So I'll do it soon, or I'll do it later. Well, how to make a negative form? Yeah, future simple negative. So it's will not plus verb, or won't plus verb. It's, yeah, will not plus verb, or won't plus verb. Look, I will not do it. We will not do it. They will not do it. He will not do it. She will not do it. It will not do it. And for example, I won't go to the party. Yeah, compare please compare I won't go to the party. Yeah, it's a negative form. And I want to go. I want to go to the party. Yeah, we use to. I want to go to the party. So we use to. And I won't go. It's a negative form. Okay, examples. More examples. Look, I won't study there, or I will not study there. But you know that we often use a short form when we speak. So we won't go there. I won't buy this flat. They won't buy this house. It'll help you learn English. Good. Well, maybe you want to ask a question or questions. No problem. So you put will in the beginning plus subject plus verb. Look, will you do it? So will, you as a subject, and do is a verb. Will you do it? Will she come? So we always use will. Will you wait for him? Will you help me? Will he work there? Next, special question with future simple. So we put a question word in the beginning, then will, then we have a subject and a verb. So, where will he work? Where is a question word. Will, he is a subject and a verb. Where will he work? Where will you study? Where will you buy it? How will you learn English? What will you do tomorrow? Okay, and future simple revision. So you know this exercise. So you need to say it in a statement, you need to make a negative form, and you need to ask a question. So do it well. Future simple, will plus verb. So I will do it well, or I can use a short form, I'll do it well. Next, negative, we add will not. So I will not do it well, or I won't is a short form, I won't do it well. If you want to ask a question, you put will in the beginning. So will plus subject, will I plus verb. So will I do it? Will I do it well? Okay, come tomorrow here. He plus will, so plus verb. He will come tomorrow. He'll come tomorrow, or you can use a short form, so he'll come tomorrow. Next, so it's a statement. You see, what about a negative form? Will not. So he will not come. He will not come tomorrow, or he won't come. He won't come tomorrow. Good. What about a question? So we put will in the beginning. Will he come? Will he come tomorrow? And call you she. So she plus will, she plus verb. So she will call you. Or we can use a short form, she'll call you. Okay? So she'll call you. Very good. Negative form. So she will not call you. Yeah? Or she won't call you, or she won't call you. Good. She will not call you, or she won't call you. And if you want to ask a question, you put will in the beginning. So will she call you? Will she call you? Good. So future simple revision. I will do it well, or I'll do it well. I will not do it well, or I won't do it well. Will I do it well? He will come tomorrow, or he'll come tomorrow. He will not come tomorrow. He won't come tomorrow. Will he come? She will call you. She'll call you. She will not call you. She won't call you. Will she call you? Well, let's talk about past simple, regular and irregular verbs. So, you know that we use don't, doesn't, am not, isn't, aren't with present simple, and want, but not want, yes, but not want in future simple. So what about past simple? How to say something in past simple? So some words are regular and some words are irregular, or verbs, yeah? Verbs can be regular and irregular. So you just need to use the second form of a verb. You just need to use the second form of a verb. You just need to use the second form of a verb. Look, work is a regular verb, and if it's a regular verb, you add ed. So you say I worked, we worked, you worked, they worked, he worked, she worked, it worked. Look, I played football, she listened to music. So you see that these verbs, work, play, listen, are regular, and you add ed. But some verbs are irregular. For example, some verbs are irregular. For example, do, come, say, and you need to know the second form. For example, do and did is the second form, and you say I did it. Come, came, you say he came. Say, said, she said it. So you need to know irregular verbs. Yeah. So really, regular and irregular verbs. Look at these examples. I played tennis, so it's a regular verb, play, and we add ed. I played tennis. He listened to rock music. It's a regular verb, and we add ed. He watched that movie, regular, so we add ed. You worked very hard, regular, you see ed. They walked in the park, regular, you see ed. I traveled a lot, so it's regular, you see ed. And I studied this subject, regular. So if it's a regular verb, so what is past simple? It's a verb plus ed. Please remember it, verb plus ed. Okay? Irregular verbs in English. So you must remember them. So please remember them and their forms. For example, speak, spoke. I spoke English yesterday. Drive, drove. I drove a car. Do, did. I did it very well. See, saw. We saw her. Make, made. She made a mistake. Get, got. I got a present. Okay? My day yesterday. I got up very early. yeah, irregular. I had breakfast, irregular, yeah. Get, got. Have, had. I went to work, irregular. Go, went. Oh, sorry. Go, went. I worked very hard, regular, because we have ed. I finished my work at 6 o'clock in the evening, regular, so we have ed. After that, I went to the cinema, so irregular, it's irregular. Go, went. I came home very late, irregular. Come, came. I came home very late. Then I had dinner, irregular. Have, had. I used the internet and went to bed, regular. We have ed. I used the internet and went to bed. Good. What about past simple and its negative form? So we use didn't. We use didn't plus verb. Please remember it. Didn't plus verb. So I didn't do it. We didn't do it. You didn't do it. They didn't do it. He didn't do it. She didn't do it. It didn't do it. Okay, I think you want more examples. No problem. So I didn't go there. So didn't plus verb. I didn't go there. Next. So what is next? We didn't understand it. So didn't plus verb. You didn't remember it. Didn't plus verb. They didn't come. Didn't plus verb. So it isn't important. It isn't important regular or irregular. We say didn't plus verb. And it is important we, you, they, he or she or it. So he didn't help us. She didn't find a good job. It didn't happen. Okay? So I think that you want to ask a question. No problem. So did, you need did plus subject. Did plus subject plus verb. Did plus subject plus verb. Look, for example, did I do it well? Did we do it well? Did you do it well? Did they do it well? Did he do it well? Did she do it well? Did it do it well? Okay, so you see more examples. Did you go there? So did, you is a subject, go is a verb. Yeah, did you go there? Did you buy it? So did plus subject, you plus buy is a verb. Did you buy it? Did you help him? Did you write a letter? Did you forget it? Did you remember it? Okay? Well, maybe you want to ask a special question. No problem. So you need to put a question word in the beginning, and then you need to use did plus subject plus verb. Yeah, so question word plus did plus subject plus verb. What did you do? How did you do it? So look, what is a question word, did, you is a subject, and do is a verb. So what did you do? How did you do it? Where did you do it? Why did you do it? Where did you go? Yeah, you see, where is a question word. Then you have did, you is a subject, and go is a verb. Where did you travel? Why did you work there? Okay? And past simple revision, you need exercises. So you need to make 3 different forms, okay? So do it while I say it in past simple. So what is the second form of do? This verb is regular, and we know do did. So I did it well. Negative form. We always use didn't plus verb. So I didn't do it well. If you want to ask a question, we started with did, subject you, or subject I. Did I do it well? Did I do it well? Okay. Next, go there, he. We know go, went. So this verb is irregular. So he went there. Negative form, he didn't go there. And if you want to ask a question, we start with did. So did he go there? Did he go there? Help us, he. So he. This verb is regular, so we add ed. He helped us. How to make a negative form? He didn't help us. And if you want to ask a question, so did he help us? Yeah, did he help us? Okay, so past simple revision. I did it well. I didn't do it well. Did I do it well? He went there. He didn't go there. Did he go there? He helped us. He didn't help us. Did he help us? Did he help us? Good. Okay. Let's talk about was or were. So you know that there is a verb be, and its second form can be was or were. So be, was or were, and been is the third form. So be, was, were, or been. So when do we use was and when do we use were? So if it's I, he, she, it, we use was. For example, I was at work, he was at work, she was at work, it was at work. If it's we, you, they, we use were. We were at work, you were at work, they were at work. Okay? So look, I was at home. So I, he, she, it was. I was at home. It was very interesting. They were very happy. That lesson was very boring. Why was? Because that lesson means it, and we say that lesson was or it was very boring. My friends were glad to see me. So my friends means they. So my friends were glad to see me. Okay? So, and I have a test for you. So he was or were happy. He was or he were happy. So he, she, it was. And we say he was happy. He was happy. Good. Okay? Next. So the book was or the book were interesting. The book was or the book were interesting. So the book means it, and we say the book was. The book was interesting. Okay, good. So my friends were glad to see me. He was happy. The book was interesting. Well, what about a negative form? We say wasn't or weren't. So we say wasn't with I, he, she, it. Look, I wasn't at work. He wasn't at work. She wasn't at work. It wasn't at work. And we say we use weren't with we, you, they. We weren't at work. You weren't at work. They weren't at work. So, examples. I wasn't at work. I was at home. Next. My friends weren't happy. They were upset. The lesson wasn't boring. It was very interesting. And you know that we use was or were in questions, so we use was with I, he, she, it. Look, was I in the right place? Was he in the right place? Was she in the right place? Was it in the right place? And we use were with we, you, they. So we ask, were we in the right place? Were you in the right place? Were they in the right place? Okay, look at more examples. Was it interesting? So we say, yeah, was it? Was it? Was it boring? Was it a good idea? Were they there? So we say, were they? Okay, so were you happy? Okay, so was were a special question. So how do we ask it? So you have a question word in the beginning, then you have was or were. Okay, so you see, where were you? So where is a question word, and then you have were because of you. So you say you were, what were you in questions? Where were you? Where was he? So where is a question word, and we say he was, but was he in questions? Where was she? How was it? Why were you there? Okay, so was were revision. Okay, so you need to say it in a statement, in a negative sentence, and in a question. So I was or were. I was. I, he, she, it was. I was at home. Good. Next, wasn't or weren't. I wasn't. I wasn't at home, and we put was in the beginning. So was I at home? Was I at home? Happy they. They was or they were? They were. So they were happy. They were happy. And we say, so wasn't or weren't with they weren't. They weren't. And we ask questions with were. Were they? Were they there? Were they there? Okay, interesting, the video. So the video was or the video were. So the video means it. We say it was. The video was. The video was interesting. So the video wasn't. And we put was or were. Was. Was the video. Was the video interesting? So was were revision. I was at home. I wasn't at home. Was I at home? They were happy. They weren't happy. Were they happy? Interesting. So the video was interesting. The video wasn't interesting. Was the video interesting? Good. So present continuous statement. So present continuous, it's about present, which is now. Yeah, it's about present. It's about the present time. It's about the present time, which is now. Which is now. Yeah. Look. And we can say, I'm teaching English now. I'm typing now. Yeah, I'm typing now. I'm teaching English now. I'm looking at the screen. So it's present continuous. It's now. And we form it, you know, am, is, or are plus verb plus ing. Am, is, are plus verb plus ing. So I am. So we, you, they are. He, she, it is plus verb plus ing. I am doing it. Or we can use a short form, I'm doing it. Look, we are doing it, or we are doing it. We are doing it. So you are doing it, or you are doing it. So you see, they are doing it or they are doing it. He is doing it or he is doing it. She is doing it, she is doing it. It is doing it, it's doing it. So you are watching this video. So you are, we say you are plus verb, watch plus ing. You are watching this video. You are looking at me. Really? You are looking at me. So you are plus verb plus ing. You are looking at me. Well, so present continuous negative form. So it's easy. It's easy. So we say am not. We say am not, or we often use a short form. So am not, or is not, am not, or is not, or are not plus verb plus ing. Okay? So we say I'm not doing it, or we can use a short form, I'm not doing it. We are not doing it, or we aren't doing it. You are not doing it, or you aren't doing it. They are not doing it, or they aren't doing it. He is not doing it, or he isn't doing it. It is not doing it, or it isn't doing it. Look at other examples. So I'm not driving a car now. You can say it with now or without now, with now or without now. I'm not drinking tea, or I'm not drinking tea now. So if you say I'm not drinking tea, so I understand that it's now. I'm not walking in the park now. I'm not learning French now. I'm learning English. Okay? So what about questions? So present continuous question. Okay? So you see, it's easy. All right? So it's am or is or are plus subject plus verb plus ing. Look, for example, am I doing it well? Am I doing it well? So am plus subject plus verb plus ing. Am I doing it well? Okay. Is he working? Is she speaking English? Is it happening? So you can say, is it happening now, or is it happening right now? Next, are they cooking? Are you eating? Are they swimming? So you see, am is plus subject plus verb plus ing. So am I doing it well? Is he working? Is she speaking English? Is it happening? Are they cooking? Are you eating? Are they swimming? Well, so present continuous special question. So how do we ask it? So question word is in the beginning. Then you need am, is or are plus verb plus ing. So you see, what is he doing now? So what is a question word? So then you have is, because of he, we say he is, but is he in questions. Do is a verb plus ing. What is he doing now? What is she doing now? What are you doing now? Yeah. So what is a question word? You have are because of you. We say you are, but are you in questions? What are you doing now? Why is he working now? how are you learning English? Okay, so present continuous revision. So you need to say it in 3 different forms. So do the right thing, I. I am plus verb do plus ing. I'm doing the right thing. Okay? Or I'm. I'm is a short form. Next, negative form. I'm not doing. I'm not doing. Or we can use a short form. I'm not doing. I'm not doing. Next, how will you ask a question? So we put am in the beginning. Am I doing the right thing? Okay? Wait for you here. So how will you say it? How will you say it? So he is plus verb, wait plus ing. He is waiting. He is waiting for you. Or he is waiting. Or he's waiting for you. Next, he isn't waiting. He isn't waiting. So you can say he's not waiting, but you know that we mostly say he isn't or aren't. We use short forms in speaking. So he is not waiting. He is not waiting. He is not waiting. Or he isn't waiting. And is he waiting? Is he waiting? Okay. So walk in the park. They are. Walk plus ing. They are walking in the park. Yeah. Or you can say they are. Yeah. We often say they are. Okay. So they're walking. Or they are. Okay. It's also good. So they are walking or they are walking. Next, they aren't walking or they are not walking. And are they walking? Okay, so present continuous revision. So do the right thing, I'm doing the right thing. I'm not doing the right thing. Am I doing the right thing? He is waiting for you. He is not waiting for you. He isn't waiting for you. Is he waiting? They are walking in the park or they are walking in the park. They aren't walking in the park. Are they walking? Good. So what about this structure, be going to, and we say be going to do something, something. So we use it when we talk about our plans. Okay, when we talk about our plans. Please look, you can say I'm going to do it now. So it's about your plans. So if I say so, I'm going to do it, it means so maybe I will do it or maybe I won't do it. I don't know it for 100%. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. So you know that we say I am going to do it. So we, you, they are going to do it, and he, she, it is going to do it. So we are going to do it, you are going to do it, they are going to do it, he is going to do it, she is going to do it, it's going to do it. Okay? So I'm going to learn English very intensively. It's in my plans. So I'm going to improve my English greatly. It's in my plans. Good. Well, so to be going to, a negative form. So we say I'm not going to do it. We aren't going to do it. So you aren't going to do it. They aren't going to do it. And he isn't going to do it. She isn't going to do it. It isn't going to do it. Okay, so let's look at some examples. I'm not going to call her. I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to talk to her, so it isn't in my plans. Okay? Next. Well, I'm not going to do it again. I did it one time and that's enough, so it isn't in my plans. I'm not going to work overnight, yeah, I don't like it and it isn't in my plans. Well, so to be going to question. So how do we ask a question? So we say, am I going? For example, am I going to study hard? Are we, you, they going? Look, are we going to visit that place? Are you going to visit that place? Are they going to visit that place? And is he, she, it going? So is he going to come? Is she going to come? Is it going to come? And you see more examples. I hope that you like examples. Okay? So, oh no. More examples. Are you going to help us? Are you going to work there? I think not. I want to find another job. Yes, you remember that we say want to do. Yes, want to find another job. Okay, good. So next, what about can? So it's about our ability. It's about our ability. Okay, it's about our ability. So I can do it, and we use can plus verb. Can plus verb. Can plus verb. So I can do it, we can do it, they can do it, you can do it, he can do it, she can do it, it can do it. I can drive a car. I can speak English. So can plus verb. I can drive a car. I can speak English very well. Can't, it's a negative form. It's a negative form. You know that we say can't plus verb. Can't plus verb. Okay? So I can't speak Japanese. This language is very difficult. Can you help me? Can you do it for me? Yeah, and we start with can plus subject plus verb in questions. So you see, can you help me? Can you do it for me? Good, very good. Well, so must. We use must plus verb. You must do it. You must listen to me. You must follow these rules. You must go to the doctor. You must do your homework right now. And mustn't, we use mustn't in a negative form, so mustn't plus verb. You mustn't pronounce it. You mustn't pronounce it. You mustn't say it. Yes, we don't say t. Mustn't. Mustn't. Okay? Next, should. So should plus verb. Should plus verb. So you can say, for example, you should do it. You should do it. You should do it. It means it's a good idea. It's a good idea for you. It's a good idea for you to do it. It's a good idea for you to do it. Okay? So should means it's a good idea. Should plus verb. You should study more if you want more progress. Should plus verb. You shouldn't eat junk food or unhealthy food. So junk food means unhealthy food. If you want to be healthy. If you want to be healthy. So shouldn't plus verb. If you want to be healthy, you should find another job. Should plus verb. You should find another job. You shouldn't go there. Shouldn't plus verb. You shouldn't go there. Should I do it? Should I do it? Yeah, we start a question with should. So, should I do it? Or what do you think about it? Should I do it? What do you think about it? Or should we? Should we do it? Should we go there? Should we go there? Okay, next, could. So, could is a modal verb. It's a modal verb. Yeah, it's also a modal verb and it has two meanings. It has two meanings. Okay, it has two meanings. So, look, I can do it, so it's present, and I could do it, it's past. So we say can, could. So, could is a past form of can. It's a past form. It's a past form of can. It's a past form of can. Yeah, I can do it, so it's about the present, and I could do it, it's about the past. Look, I could lift that bag, although it was very heavy. So it's about the past. We have was, yeah, it's past simple, good. And could can have another meaning. Look, I could record short videos, but I don't want to do it. It means it's possible. It means it's possible. It's possible. Okay? So it's possible for me to record short videos now. Okay? So it's possible. Well, so very good. Next. Could, and we often use could in questions. So could you help me? Could you help me? Or we can say it with please. Could you bring it to me, please? So it's very polite. It's very polite. Could you help me? Could you bring it to me, please? Good. Next, would. Would plus verb. I would do it. It also means that it's okay for me, that it's possible for me to do it. It's possible for me to do it. I would do it. I would help you. So, yeah, I would fly to New York. I would live abroad. I wouldn't do it. So, wouldn't plus verb. Yeah, we use it in negative sentences, wouldn't plus verb. So, I wouldn't do it. Or I wouldn't say it, I wouldn't buy it, I wouldn't buy it. So you see, okay? Good, really good. Well, so have to. So we can also use must, have to, or must. Please compare. I must do it. And I have to do it. What's the difference? What's the difference? Really, what's the difference between must and have to? So I must do it and I have to do it. Look, I have to wear school uniform. So do you want to wear school uniform? I think not. So you don't want it. You don't want it. You don't really want it. You don't really want it. You don't really want it. Okay? You don't really want it, but you have no choice. But you have no choice. But you have no choice. I have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning every day. So you don't really want it, I think, but you have no choice. Yeah. And we use have to for these situations. For these situations when you don't really want something, but you have no choice. Yeah, like these situations. Look, I have to wear school uniform. I have to get up very early, or I have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning every day. Okay, so may or might, yeah, plus verb. So it means maybe. It means maybe. Okay, so you can say I may do it, or I might do it, or you can say maybe I will do it. Maybe I will do it. Maybe I will do it. So you use future simple. You use future simple. after maybe. Okay? So it may happen, or you can also say maybe it will happen. Maybe it will happen. Look, he might agree, or maybe he will agree. Maybe he will agree, and so on. Okay? And so on. Well, so you see, they may accept our offer. They may accept our offer. So it means maybe they will accept our offer. Okay, so I may start learning Chinese. So maybe I'll start learning Chinese. So hello, do you know how to say hello in Chinese? 你好, 你好, 你好. It means hello. So you know, 我很好. It means I'm fine. Yeah, I'm very good. Yeah, I'm fine. 我很好. 你呢? And you? Okay, really, I may start learning Chinese very seriously. Okay, well, so these structures, there is and there are. So we say there is a. It's if it's one. So if it's one, yeah, and if it's more than one, we say there are more than one. Look, we can say the pen is on the table. So the pen means it, and we say it is. The pen is on the table. So it is on the table, or the pen is on the table. We can also say there is a pen on the table. Please don't forget to use a. There is a pen on the table. Okay? Next. Look. There is a microphone on the desk. There is a microphone on the desk. Yeah? Really? There is a microphone on the desk. So it's here. Look. It's here. My microphone. Yeah? It's on the desk. So I can say I have. Yeah, I have a microphone. So you see, I have a microphone, and I can say there is a microphone. So there are, or I have, yeah. Or I have. So there is a microphone on the desk, or I can say that I have a microphone on the desk. Okay. So there are two pens on the table. Yeah, if it's more than one, two. If it's 2, 3, 4 or more, we say there are. So there are two pens on the table. There are two lamps in the room. Two lamps in the room. Okay, good, very good. Okay, or for example, there is a cup of tea. There is a cup of tea. There is a cup of tea. Okay, good. So, or there is a pen. Yes, there is a pen. So there is a pen. There is a pencil. There is a pencil. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. Well, next. So possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns. Really, let's talk about it. So look, I have a house. This is my house. So my is a possessive pronoun. I, my. We have a house. This is our house. You have a house. This is your house. They have a house. This is their house. So he has a house. This is his house. She has a house. This is her house. It has a house. It's its house. Okay? So, I, my, we, our, you, your, they, their, he, his, she, her, it, its. Okay, next. Demonstrative pronouns. Look. Bring it to me. So I, me. I called him. He, him. I called her. She, her. They called us. We, us. They called you. You, you. We called them. They, them. I saw it. It. Okay? So give it to me, please. Give it to me, please. Help her. So I, me, she, her. Help her. I saw them. They, them. Good. Let's talk about nouns, singular. It's when one, we have one thing. And plural, more than one. More than one. More than one. 2, 3, or more. Okay? So we add s. We add s. So if you need plural, so more than one, you need to add s. So singular plus s. Look, bag, bags, one bag, but 2 bags, 3 bags, 4 bags, 5 bags. Toy, one toy, but 5 toys, 6 toys. Computer, computers. Idea, ideas. Pen, pens. Exceptions, man, men. Woman, women. Child, children. Person, people. So most important exceptions. Okay, so you see, next, so imperative form. So do it, it's when you order. Okay, do it. Listen to me. Bring it to me. Call him. Come back. For example, I hear stand up, and I stand up, and then sit down, I sit down. Okay, good. Well, let's talk about English phrases. So you need to understand how to form these phrases. Look, please remember this structure. A or an, yes, a or an, plus adjective, plus noun. A or an plus adjective plus noun. So a good person. So a, it's an article, good, it's an adjective, and person is a noun, a good person. He is a good person. Or an interesting book. So an, it's an article. Yeah, so L or N, so N is an article, so look, article. Oh, no. Article. So an interesting book, It's an interesting book. Apple. So I see a big apple. Don't forget about a or an. Kind people, they are kind people. So a or n plus adjective plus noun. So if it's one, so if it's more than one, like people, boys, girls, you don't use a or an. So adjective plus nouns. Without a or an, without. So they are kind people, adjectives plus nouns. Okay, well, let's talk about conditionals. Conditional zero. Yeah, zero, or we call it zero conditional. Zero conditional, or conditional zero. Conditional, what is it? it's it's about sentences with if. It's about sentences with if. So look, you talk about the present in the first part of the sentence, and you talk about the present in the second part of the sentence, and you use present simple and present simple. Look, if I work too much, so it's present simple, okay? I get tired very quickly. It's present simple, so it's normal. If I work too much, I get tired very quickly. Next, if I study English every day, so it's present simple. I study English every day, I make progress more rapidly, so it's present simple. If you teach us, we are so happy, so you teach, and we are, so it's present simple. We call it so zero conditional. Okay? Let's talk about the first conditional. Okay? So we talk about the future in the first part of the sentence, and we talk about the future in the second part of the sentence, but we use present simple after if. Please remember it. So we use present simple. After if. Yeah? You see, we use present simple. We use present simple after if, okay? But we talk about the future. Okay? We use present simple after it, but we talk about the future. Please look. If I go there, he will be very happy. So it's about the future. He will be very happy. We see it in the second part or in the second clause. So he will be very happy. And this part is also about the future. But we must use present simple. It's a rule. So if I go there, he will be very happy. Or if I do it, it will look strange. We can't say if I will do it. We can't say if I will go, it isn't right, it isn't correct, it's wrong. Okay? So when she comes back, yeah, it's present simple. So we use present simple. We use present simple after if or when. So when she comes back, I'll smile at her. So I'll smile is future simple, you see, and she comes back. It's present simple, so we use present simple after when. We can't say future simple here, we can't say it, okay? And the second conditional, so we talk about the present, but unreal. We imagine it. And please look at this structure. If plus past simple, we use it in the first part of the sentence, and would or could in the second part of the sentence. Look, if I had $2 million, so it's in my imagination. I imagine it. I don't have this money. So if plus past simple, yeah, if I had $2 million, would plus verb. I would buy several flats. Or if I lived in Canada, but I don't live in Canada, so it's in my imagination, I would live. It's impossible. Yeah, if I lived in Canada now, so it's impossible. It isn't possible. Yeah, I would lead another lifestyle. Would plus verb. Okay, if I were you, but I'm not you. Yeah, but I'm not you, I would accept this offer. And you know that we use were. So if you use the second conditional, you use were with I, he, she, it, you know, we, you, they. You always use were. You always use were, okay? So you always use the were. So yeah, it's a rule. It's a rule. So you can use, you can use was, but it's very rarely. It's very rarely and it's very formal. So we meet were. So, and please remember this phrase: if I were you, I would accept this offer. If I were you, I would learn English every day. If I were you, I would visit, for example, this place, and so on. Okay? So I hope that's clear. Let's go on. Well, let's talk about much and many. So we use much with uncountable nouns. With uncountable nouns, we can't count it. We can't count it. Okay? For example, much. For example, much water, much love, much, much freedom. We can't count it. Yeah, and you see, she doesn't have much water. He doesn't have much money. And we use many with countable. We use many with countable nouns. Yeah, before countable nouns, we can count it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you see, he doesn't make many mistakes. So we can count it: 1 mistake, 2 mistakes, 3 mistakes, 4 mistakes. Yeah, she doesn't spend much time on it. So we say much time because time is uncountable. Okay, how much is it? We often ask this question: how much is it? And I hope you know that the word money in English is uncountable. Uncountable. Well, and we ask, how much money do you have? How much money do you have? Yeah, we often use how much and how many in questions. How much money? So money is uncountable in English, and we ask how much money. So cars, this word is uncountable in English, and we ask how many cars do you have? Okay? Next, a little, few, a few. So it means not much. It means not much, not many. Okay? So not much, not many. And we use little and a little. We use a little and a little, yeah, with uncountable nouns, uncountable, and few and a few with countable. Okay? So look, she has little money. She has little money, or she knows it a little. So a little means not much. She knows little or a little. Yeah, she knows it little or a little. You can also say it. She knows it little or a little. And a little means less than little. Less than little. Less than little. Less than little. Okay? So you can use little and a little without a noun. Okay? So look, you can use little, you can use little or a little, you can use little or a little without a noun. Okay? So you can use little or a little without a noun. Yeah? She knows it little, a little, or with a noun. She has little money. And we use few and a few with countable. With countable. Look, he has few friends. He has few friends. It means not many. I have a few ideas. It means I have some ideas. I have some ideas. Well, what about a lot of and lots of? So a lot of means the same as lots of, but lots of is more informal. It's more informal. So you can say I have a lot of money, or I have lots of money, I have a lot of friends, or I have lots of friends. So we can say it, or we can use it with countable and uncountable nouns. With countable and uncountable nouns. So you see a lot of money. Yes, so money is uncountable in English, and you can say a lot of money or lots of money. And friends, it's countable in English, and you can say a lot of friends or lots of friends. Okay, good. So what about articles? A or there? Look, so we call it a indefinite article, and the definite article, definite article. Look, I have a book. The book is interesting. So if you mention it for the second time, you use the. So if you mention it for the second time, okay, you use the. Look, yeah, I have a book. The book is interesting. So we know this book. I have a dictionary. The dictionary is very good. I have a computer. The computer is very powerful. I'm a teacher. He is a doctor. This is a good book. These are good books. Okay? So, yeah, it's important. So we use that when we mention it for the second time, and you know that. So article a or an, yeah, it's indefinite, and the are definite. So if it's plural, we don't use a or an, only the, or without the. So look, good books. You can say with the or without the. It's plural, but you can't say a or an. You can't say a or an if it's plural, if it's more, or if it's more than one. You can't say it. So good books or the books. Okay? Good. Well, what about have got? So it's very important, have got. So have got or have. So you can say I have a car, we have a car, you have a car, they have a car. Or you can also say it with got. Look, I have got a car, we have got a car, they have got a car. You can also use a short form, I've, we've, you've, they've. Listen, I've got a car, we've got a car, you've got a car, they've got a car. Okay? Or you can say it without got. Look, yeah, he, she, it has or has got, or got. He has a problem, she has a problem, it has a problem. He has got, yeah, you can say it with got. So we often hear it in British English. So he has got a problem, she has got a problem, it has got a problem, or he's got a problem, she's got a problem, it's got a problem. Okay? So you can say I've got a car, or I have a car. I've got a flat, or I have a flat. I've got very good friends, or I have very good friends. Okay? How to say it in negative sentences, have got in negative sentences. So you say it with got, haven't got or hasn't got. Look. So I haven't got a car, we haven't got a car, they haven't got a car, he hasn't got a car, she hasn't got a car, it hasn't got a car. Or you can also say it with don't or doesn't, with don't or doesn't, but without got, okay? So you can say I don't have a car, we don't have a car, you don't have a car, they don't have a car. Or he doesn't have a car, she doesn't have a car, it doesn't have a car, okay? So you can say it with haven't got, hasn't got, or if you don't like got, it's okay too. You can say don't or doesn't, alright? So you see, I haven't got a flat, or I don't have a flat. I don't have a flat. I haven't got any brothers or sisters. Or you can say I don't have any brothers or sisters. I haven't got a big house. My house is very small. Well, what about have got in questions? So we ask, have you got, okay? So have you, have I, have we, have they got, okay? Have they got? And we use has with has he, she, it got, okay? So look, has he got, has she got, has it got? When we speak, we often ask, so do you have or have you got, okay? So you can ask, yeah, have you got, do you have I got, do I have we got, do we have they got, do they have, or has he got, does he have, has she got, does she have, has it got, does it have, okay? So have you got any brothers or sisters? Or you can also ask, do you have any brothers or sisters, okay? So have you got a car, or do you have a car? So have you got a boyfriend, or do you have a boyfriend? Have you got a girlfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? Okay, next. So present simple passive, okay? So let's study passive voice. Let's study passive voice and present simple passive, okay? We form it this way: am is are plus past participle. So what is past participle? In other words, okay? In other words, it's the third form. In other words, it's the third form, okay? For example, look, make or do, did, done. So done is a past participle, okay? It's the third form. Okay, so look, it is made in China. It's passive voice. It's present simple passive. It is made in China because it is made by someone. So if it's by someone, so you need to use passive voice, okay? So if it's by someone, you need to use, okay? You need to use passive voice. Look, it is made in China, so it is made by someone made it. It is made in Spain, so you see he, she, it is plus past participle plus the third form. It is made in Spain, so someone made it. He is watched. he is watched by someone, it means that someone watches him. Okay, we are praised. Yeah, you see, we are praised. It means that someone praises us, so we're praised by someone. So it is said, it means that someone says it, so it is said by someone that it's the best idea. Okay, past simple passive, so it's the same idea, but in the past. It's the same idea, but it's about the past. Okay, but it's about the past. Okay, so you see, was, were plus past participle, was, were plus past participle, so it was done by someone. Okay, it's by someone. So it was made in China, it means someone made it, someone made it. Okay, so it was made in China by someone, it was made in China by someone, so someone made it. Okay, it was made in Spain by someone made it. He was watched. Okay, he was watched, so someone watched him. We were praised, someone praised him. So was, were plus past participle, so you see, was made. Okay, so was made, yeah, was watched, was were praised, and was done. All right, so you see. Next, so what about adjectives and its comparative form? Okay, so long and longer. Yeah, so if it's a short adjective, big, bigger. Okay, small, smaller. So if it's a short adjective, so long is an adjective, big is an adjective, small is an adjective, we usually add er, or to form a comparative form. Okay, so long, longer, big, bigger, small, smaller. Okay, so my house is big, your house is smaller, but you need to remember, please remember what? Remember exceptions. Okay, so good, better. So it's a better example. She knows English better. And you see, bad, worse. So this idea is worse. This video is more interesting. This idea is worse. This video is more interesting. Okay, so you know, if it's a long adjective, we use more plus adjective. Okay, so interesting, it's a long adjective, and we use more. So interesting, more interesting. So it's a long adjective. Okay. Well, what about adjectives and superlative form? So you see, long, longer. So we use er in the comparative form, and the adjective plus est, the longest, in a superlative form. Okay, so big, bigger, the biggest, big, bigger, the biggest. You see, so it's a superlative form, the plus adjective plus rest. So it's the longest river in the world. Okay, so for long adjectives, yeah, so and for long adjectives, we usually use, we usually use more and the most. Okay, usually use more and the most. Okay, so you see, more plus adjective, more interesting, the most interesting. Okay, so please, interesting, you see, it's a long adjective, so we say more interesting. And you also see the most interesting. It's the most beautiful place. It's the most beautiful place, for example, in the world. It's the most beautiful place in the world. So the most beautiful place in the world. And also remember good and bad, because they are exceptions. So you see good, better, the best. Okay, so it's the best explanation. Bad, worse, the worst, or maybe it's the worst explanation, is the worst thing. Alright, so very good. What about too much, too many, and enough? So you know that too much and too many, they have a negative meaning. They have a negative meaning. Okay, so you see, so there is too much sugar. It means that I don't like it. Too much sugar, so I can't eat it. He makes too many mistakes. It means so many mistakes. Oh, so many mistakes, too many mistakes. He asks too many questions, so I don't like it. Okay, I don't have enough money. Yeah, and we use enough before. We often use enough before a noun. So I don't have enough money. I don't have enough free time. Okay, so yeah, opposite things. Yeah, I don't have enough money, or there is too much sugar. So and I don't have enough sugar. I don't have enough sugar. Opposite things. I don't have enough sugar. Opposite. Okay, so there is too much sugar, and I don't have enough sugar, or you don't, or maybe you didn't put. Okay, so you didn't put enough. Enough sugar. Yeah, or I don't have enough sugar. Opposite. Okay, opposite things. All right, so and you see these examples. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough free time. Okay, so we often say enough plus some phrase. Okay, plus some phrase. Okay, so enough money, enough time, enough free time. So usually it's a noun. Usually we usually have a noun. Okay, so I don't have enough money. I don't have enough free time. Okay, let's talk about numbers. So part 1. So we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, or 21, 22, so and so on, 23, 24, then 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, so you see 90, and then we say 100 or 100, 100 or 100. Okay, next, so numbers part 2. So 200, 300, 500. So 1,000 or 1,000, 2,000. Yeah, we say 100. So 200, 2,000 without s. So 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. Okay, a million or 1 million, 3 million, 5 million, 6 million without s. And you see, for example, 115, 2005, 2005. Okay, next. Well, what about ordinal numbers? So we say 1, but the first, 2, but the second, free but the third. I took the first place. I took the first place. Okay? The second example was very interesting. So you need to remember the first, the second, the third, and we add th, if we look at other numbers. If we look at other numbers. If we look at other numbers. Okay, so good. You see, fourth, but we say the fourth place. Fifth, the fifth place. Sixth, the sixth place. Seventh, the seventh place. Okay, so for example, I think I'll take the third place. I think I'll take the third place. Please don't forget that. Well, what about time? So what we can ask, what time is it, or what's the time? And we say, for example, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay? Or it's 9 a.m. It's 9 a.m. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 8 o'clock in the evening, or it's 8 p.m. So if you see it, you say, look, you can say it's 9:10, or we often say, it's 10 past 9. It's 10 past 9, so it's 20 past 9, and we say a quarter, but not, we usually say a quarter, but not 15. So it's a quarter past 9, and if it's more than 30, you say 2. Look, it's 20 to 10. It's 20 to 10. It means that you need 20 minutes more to have 10. It's 20 to 10, or it's a quarter. It's a quarter to 10. It's a quarter to 10. Good. Well, what about so and such? So and such. So we say so plus adjective. So plus adjective. So you see, this place is so beautiful. Your idea is so good. Your idea is so good. If you have a noun, after an adjective, you use such a, or an. Okay, so it's such a beautiful place. It's such a beautiful place. It's such a good. It's such a good idea. So you have a noun after the adjective, so you use such a, or such an. It's such a beautiful place. It's such a good idea. So your lessons are so interesting. So you see, so plus adjective, and it's such an interesting lesson. So you have a noun after this adjective, so you use such. It's such an interesting lesson. Okay, next. So what about prepositions on, in, and at? Okay, so look at these examples. It's on the table. It's on the table. So the microphone, or for example, the cup is on the table. It's in the room. It's in the room. It's in the room. We say on with the days of the week. So on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, on Friday, on Saturday, on Sunday, and in with years. Yeah, with years. In 1998. So I was born in 1986, or I can say I was born in 1992, in 1972. And please remember these phrases with at. Look, at home, at work, at school, at the airport. So I saw him at the airport. I saw him at the airport. Good. Well, what about to? What about the preposition to in English? So we often use it with go. So we often use it with go. We often use it in go. So we often use it when we move. Okay? So you see, I go to school. Remember these phrases. I go to school. I go to work. I go to university. So I go to university. I went to the cinema. Yeah, we say go to the cinema. Come to me. So it's about a movement, and it shows direction. It shows a direction. It shows a direction. So bring it to me. Yeah, and we also use to, yeah, in these structures. You know that in these structures, or between two verbs. You see, I want to do it. So to is between two verbs, want and do. I'd like to do it. So between like and do. Yeah, you know these structures, okay? And to also means in order. So look, I went there to help him, or in order to help him. So it means I went there because I wanted. Because I wanted to help him. I went there to help them, or it means because I wanted to help them, or in order to help him. Okay? Well, what about prepositions after some adjectives? Yeah, you need to remember that you use this or that preposition before some adjectives. So afraid of. I am afraid of spiders. Fond of. I am fond of sport. It means I really like it. So I'm afraid of spiders. So you have a fear. I am proud of you. So proud of. I'm keen on tennis. Keen on, it's like I like tennis. Or I'm interested. Yeah, we say interested in. I'm interested in tennis. Please also remember it, interested in. Okay, so I'm good at English. It means that I know English well. I'm bad at badminton. It means that I don't play it well. And I'm really sorry about it. So sorry about something. So I'm really sorry about it. I'm really sorry about this situation. Okay. Well, so what about prepositions after some verbs? Please remember, depend on. It depends on you. Okay, so it depends on you. Hope for something. I hope for the best. Listen to. So listen to me. Pay for. I paid for her. Prepare for. Will prepare for the exam. Wait for. Wait for me. Worry about something. So don't worry about it. Everything will be alright. Well, and let's talk about phrasal verbs. So, you know, we have a great video, 250 phrasal verbs, and have a look at our playlist on phrasal verbs. So you need to memorize them. So you need to remember them. Yeah, you need to, you know, to memorize them. Memorize. You need to memorize them. Or I can also say you need to learn them by heart. Okay, so it also means to memorize. So you need to learn them. By heart. And you can see some examples. Of phrasal verbs. Okay, I often get up late. So if you want to understand phrasal verbs, you need to know their meanings. Okay, so if you want to understand phrasal verbs, you need to understand their meanings. Okay, get up late. I'll write it down. I want to remember it. So you only You know, you need to learn them and practice, practice, and practice. Only this. Hurry up. We can be late. Go on. Yeah, we say go on doing something. It means continue. Go on recording new video courses. So you can write it in the comments. Go on recording new video courses. Yeah, and we'll do it. Be over means finish. So the lesson is over. So the lesson is over. So it's the end of the lesson. It's the end of the lesson. And I can say thank you very much. Thank you very much for your support. Thanks for watching. The lesson is over. See you. Bye. She works. It works. If you have he, she, it, you put verb plus s. Verb plus s. So we say works. 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 Yeah? Please don't forget about it. Don't forget. Don't forget. Don't forget about s. Don't forget about s. Okay? So if you have he, she, it, you put a verb plus s. So he works, she works, it works. Okay, examples. For example, so I read. I read. Okay, so you see a subject. So you see a subject plus verb. A subject plus verb. So I is a subject and read is a verb. We write. So we is a subject and write is a verb. Yeah? Good. You listen. So you is a subject and listen is a verb. Next. So they go. You see, they is a subject and go is a verb. Yeah? So if you have he, she, it, please remember it. Please don't forget about is. Remember it. Okay? So remember it. Remember it. We add s. Look. He travels. He travels. Yeah, we add s. He travels. Next. She understands. She understands. It looks interesting. It looks interesting. Yeah, it looks interesting. We add s. Okay, and we have a test for you. We have a test for you. So, she live or she lives there. She live or she lives there. So we say she lives because it's he. Oh, sorry, because it's she. He, she, it. If you have he, she, it, we add s. So she lives there. Okay, she lives there. Okay, so it's easier. It's easier. Next, my brother work or works. My brother work or works. So, and why? So you look at my brother. So it's what? He, she, it, they. My brother is he. My brother is he. And you know, if you have he, she, it, you add s. So my brother works. My brother works. Please remember it. So my brother works. Okay, so present simple, statement, or affirmative sentences. So we say I, we, you, they plus verb. For example, I work, you work, they work. He, she, it plus verb plus s. He works, she works, it works. Don't forget about s. Remember it. For example, I read, subject plus verb. We write, you listen, they go, but he travels, she understands, it looks interesting, she lives there, my brother works. Okay? So let's talk about present simple and time markers. Time markers. So we often use present simple with these words. Yeah? So we often use this tense present simple with these words, okay? So you can see it. So you can see it. Always, I always help my parents. Often, I often listen to music. Yeah, we say listen to. Don't forget about to. I usually get up late. Sometimes. So you can put sometimes in the middle. So it's in the middle. You see, in the middle. Look, I sometimes do it. You can put sometimes in the beginning. Sometimes I do it. Or you can put sometimes in the end. I do it sometimes. And never. I never go there. Okay, and phrases with every. Every day, yeah. So I do it every day, every week. So I go there every week. Every month I visit that place every month. Every year I go to Italy every year. Okay, next. So about myself, yeah. So it's a topic about myself. I live in Spain. I live in Madrid. I work. I often go to the cinema. Please remember, we say go to the cinema. I sometimes play computer games. I always help my friends. And my friends always help me. I have different hobbies. I like English. I study English every day. Let's say it a bit faster. Okay? So, I live in Spain, I live in Madrid, I work, I often go to the cinema, I sometimes play computer games, I always help my friends and my friends always help me. I have different hobbies. I like English. I study English every day. Okay? Next, let's talk about like. I like. We say like something, or I like something. For example, I like this book. I like English. I like dancing. I like swimming. So if you really like something, and you need to use a verb. Hi, welcome to the channel English Professionally, and this video is English grammar level beginner, elementary and pre-intermediate. Do you want to speak English really well? Do you want to speak English without mistakes? So I think yes. So this course is for you. You need all this grammar to have a strong pre-intermediate level when you are sure about everything, all grammar parts. Thanks for your support. Thanks for your support, or I can say thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for your support. I really hope you like this lesson. Yeah, good. Okay, so the first thing, personal pronouns. Personal pronouns. What is it? It's I. I is a personal pronoun. For example, you can say, I study English, or I learn English. We. It's a personal pronoun. We work. You. You understand. They. They know it. He. He goes to school. She. She goes to work. It works well. So personal pronouns: I, we, you, they, he, she, it. Okay? So let's revise. Let's revise everything. I study English, or I learn English. We work. You understand. They know it. He goes to school. She goes to work. It works well. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, let's revise everything. Okay, sorry for my typing skills. Yeah, sorry for my typing skills. Sorry for my typing skills, or for my bad typing skills. Yeah, sorry. Oh yeah, sorry for my bad typing skills. Yeah, really, I'm really sorry. Oh, okay, sorry for my bad typing skills. Okay, next. So present simple statement. So statement, let's talk about it. Present simple statement, or we call it affirmative sentences. Okay, so for example, I work, we work, you work, they work. Okay, you can repeat. I work, we work, you work, they work. So we say I, we, you, they plus verb. For example, work. Okay? Next. He works. And you need to use a verb. So you say like doing something, I like doing something. Okay? So you see like plus verb plus ing. Yeah? Like plus verb plus ing. For example, I like playing football. So like plus verb play plus ing. I like playing football. I like spending time with my friends. Like plus verb plus ing. I like spending time with my friends. I like this movie. I like this movie. For example, I can say I like, yeah, or it's a test for you. It's a test for you. I like learn, or I like learning. I like learn, or I like learning English. I like learn, or I like learning English. So if you really like something, you say I like learning English. I like learning English. So it's correct. I like learning English. Okay? Okay? Very good. So you can also meet I like to learn English. So I like to learn English. So it's also possible. So you can say I like to learn, or I like learning. So like doing something, or like to do. Yeah, but I like learn, it isn't right. It isn't correct. But if you really like something, so we say like doing. I like learning English. Yeah. But if you say I like to learn, it's also correct. It's also possible. Okay? Good. Let's talk about our hobbies. Okay? So, hobbies. One hobby, but many hobbies. I like English. I like learning English. I like learning foreign languages. I like reading English books. I like chess. I like football. I like badminton. I like traveling. Next, I want. We say want something, or I want something. Look, I want it. I want this dress. I want this suit. I want this car. I want this house. But we say want to do something, want to do something. For example, I want to do something, want to do. So, you see, we say want plus to plus verb. Want plus to plus verb. Please remember it. Look, I want to buy it. I want to do it. I want to study English with you every day. A good idea. Yeah, want something, but want to do something. Okay? So, I have a test. I have a test for you. So, I want to go, or I want go there. I want to go there, or I want go there. So we say want to do something, want plus to plus verb, so we use to. And we say I want to go there, I want to go there. Okay, next. I would like. So it's a full form, and we often use a short form I'd like. I'd like. It's a short form. We say I'd like. I'd like something. Please remember it. I'd like something. For example, I'd like a cup of tea. I'd like a glass of juice. But we say I'd like to do. I'd like to do something. We say I'd like to do something. So I'd like, you see, I'd like to do it. So we use a verb. We use to before a verb. We use to. So we use. Let's write it. So we use. Okay. So we use to. We use to before a verb. We use to before a verb. So you see, I'd like, yeah, I'd like to do it. I'd like to do it. I'd like to order it. I'd like to tell you one very important thing. Yeah, study English regularly and success will come. Study English regularly and success will come. So we say I'd like something, but I'd like to do something. Okay? So I have a test for you. So I'd like to buy it, or I'd like buy it. So how will you say I'd like to buy it or I'd like buy it? So we say I'd like to do something, so I'd like buy it. You know, it isn't correct. It isn't right. And we say I'd like to buy it. I'd like to buy it. Okay, very good. Yeah. Well, so let's talk about present simple negative form. Negative form. Okay. So we use, look, we use don't or doesn't. So we use don't with I, we, you, they. Listen, I don't work. We don't work. You don't work, they don't work, and we use doesn't with he, she, it. So he doesn't